So today's topic is on SEO. I think more or less quite a number of people might know what is SEO, but really with AI, with LLM, with all these changes, what it means as a marketer, what it means as a business, is SEO still is relevant? How should we adapt? It's one of the key questions that we trainers and my day job constantly get. What we need to do in this era of AI. So in the next 45 minutes and 15 minutes or so, we will go through what it means for you in 2026 as a marketer, as a business owner in the age of AI for SEO. A quick shout out of who I represent today before I move on. Okay. For today, we are For today, I'm representing City. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat. So good evening, everyone. Feel free to post any questions or share any questions or any thoughts you might have as I go through the class. Okay, so today I represent City. I'm a trainer with them. So we started the City Training Institute since 2016. Quite a number of years now. We have 21 adjunct trainers. Adjunct basically means we are all part-time trainers. Why part-time? Because we are all full-time practitioners. We run our own business, we run our own agency, we have our day job with different companies, social media platforms like TikTok and so on. We have taught over 6,000 plus learners. In fact, I think the learners count should be more. We are WSQ accredited. What it means as a learner, whenever I see WSQ, I'm very happy because it means I can tap on funding and grants. As a SME business owners also, when I see WSQ, NUCU tap, I know that, oh, good, I can send my staff or I can apply for the enrollment and get some funding of sort, depending on your applicability and also depending on your age group banding and SME criteria. Okay. We run a number of programs customized to corporates, to SMEs. We also have our standard courses and training. Again, today is not here to sell you the course. So today is generally to help you guys upskills to know more about SEO, AO, and GEO in the years ahead. Okay, what we'll be touching on today is really just a slight brim of the 2 days content that we teach in a 2-day course. Our 2-day course that we had on SEO is really very full-fledged. Deep dive into SEO, AEO, GEO, how do we pivot, how do we adapt, what are the hands-on that we can do as a business owner, what are the skill sets that we need to acquire in today's times to be more competitive and relevant. Okay, so for the SEO course, these are the detailed learning and the course objective. If you'd like to find out more about the courses that City Institute offer, scan this QR code. You will get into a chatbot. Yes, even our schools start using AIs and chatbots. Talk to the chatbot, you tell the chatbot, what's your situation? Maybe you're a business owner, you own an e-commerce company selling maybe durians. I like to grow my sales. Which courses should I attend? Ask questions to the chatbot. The chatbot is smart enough because we program it with enough information to actually advise you based on your situation, which course may be relevant for you. Again, end of the day, if the chatbot can't answer, it'll be directed to our front of house. Our front of house will take over and engage you. So if you have any questions regarding courses, okay, regarding the courses, just scan this QR code to find out more, to ask questions, any courses that may be relevant for you. Okay, I'll also drop the link to our school website in the chat. Okay, quite a number of digital marketing courses, AI-related courses, programming, analytics courses. Have a look when you are free. If you have any questions on the course and so on, feel free to scan this QR code. Our chatbot or front of house will get back to you. Okay. In today's session, if you have any questions regarding what I share, feel free to just utilize the chat. Okay, tap on the Zoom chat icon. Just ask any questions that you may have for today's session. So a bit about myself. I'm based in Singapore. My name is pretty hard to pronounce. So just call me YS by my initials. I've been doing marketing for 14 years now over a number of industry. I run my own agency, consultancy and training agency. I'm also a senior director at one of the global media agency. In fact, by the end of today, we are the largest agency in the world. We employ 100,000 staff worldwide across marketing, creative, and design, working for governments of the world, working for brands of the world. Okay. And I myself also run e-commerce business, so I understand how hard it is for SME business owner to grow our business, to market, to be competitive, to grow our revenue over the years and with all these AI changes. Okay, so feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. Search for YSCO KOH or search for my name Yok Xiang. You'll be able to find me on LinkedIn quite easily. Otherwise, reach out to me on my email address ys@republicasia.co. Typo over here. Okay, so the three objectives are going to set out for today for the next 40 minutes or so. Number one, understand what is the changes currently in the consumer journey with AI, with chatbots, what has shifted in customer journey, what are touch point for consumers and customers today. Number two, what is SEO? We probably a lot of you know SEO already, but what is AEO? What is GEO? Why is it important for a business? Why is it important for us to be doing this to engage with our consumer with the customer journey changes? Last but not least, how should we adapt? How should we adapt in 2026 for our marketing tactics and plan? Really, the goal for you today is to understand SEO, AEO, GEO, how to get a head start. So at the end of the session, towards the end of the session, I will give you all some prompts that you can utilize with your LLM of choice to get a head start doing AEO and GEO. Okay, so today is really to understand SEO, AEO, GEO, and how to be visible across the search engine results, AI and LLM generated answers. Although with most webinar, it will be a one-way sharing unless in physical context, but feel free to ask any questions, interact in chat, and share experience. So the content we'll be covering today, number one, section one, the behavioral shift in customer journey with LLM and AI, what's the role it plays, the impact of visual searches, social discovery. Then we move on to engine optimization. Next, we move on to how do we adapt our 2026 marketing plan. Okay, last but not least, a recap and Q&A. Any point of time you have any questions, feel free to ask. You do not need to withhold your questions until the end. Okay, those of you who join us later, again, this recording and also the slide deck will be shared to you through to your email in the next few days with the email address you have signed up for today's webinar. So first section, behavioral shift. Okay, I will start by asking a question. How do you guys actually get information or answers in today's age? Example, you want to find out a cooking recipe, or you're thinking of which restaurant to go to, or a itinerary for travel overseas. How do you get those answers? So type in your chat, how do you get answers today? Okay, Google Map, Google Search, ChatGPT. Okay, so quite a mix of answers. We use ChatGPT, LLM, large language model. Okay, we use Google Maps, we use Google Search. Okay, if I were to ask this same question 3 years ago, most of you will say search engines, Google Map, okay, Yahoo, Google Search, and so on. Today, you get a varied answers. Okay, so traditionally, consumers turn to search engines, okay, for research, for answers, where's the best food in town, where to go, okay, which hotel to stay at, and so on. So we go to search engine for research, for answers. Today, we still do, but increasingly, we have turned to visual contents, AI overviews, and LLM for answers. Okay, if all these three you do not really understand, don't worry, I'm going into it right now. Increasingly, we have turned to alternative rather than search engine to get answers. Okay, so like what Dylan has mentioned, today we use a mix of search and AI to get answers for questions that we might have. especially with Gen Z, the first one, the first box over here, they turn to social media when they are seeking answers. Example, they are thinking to go for a restaurant. So very interestingly, you just ask. I have Gen Z as staff. If I ask my staff, I ask not to stereotype any specific audience or generation segment, but if you realize when you ask the different age group, right, how do they search for answer is quite interesting. So if I ask the same question to my staff of different age group, where should we go for lunch today? I'll buy the team, since example it's the end of the year. I'll buy my team a lunch. Where do you want to go? The Gen Z will take out their Instagram, then they will search. They'll find very Instagram worthy places, and they tell me they want to go here because it's Instagram worthy. How they decide is because they look at Instagram, they look at TikTok, very uh, pretty aesthetic places or videos taken, and they tell me they want to go there. With the boomers, they probably go to search engine and do the search. Then with different age group, they will probably use AI overviews. Okay, AI overviews. Uh, if you have noticed it, if you go to Google today, you search for best place in Singapore to have nasi lemak, they will probably show you. Google will probably show you. Let me just demonstrate. Okay, so my search term is best place to have nasi lemak in Singapore. So I type this in Google search. Okay, you will realize that since mid of mid since earlier this year, they already have this thing called the AI overview. Okay, basically what AI overview is AI generated answer. Okay, AI generated answer. So without going to the website to read the content, you can actually get the information you need over here. Okay, AI overview. So these days, besides search engine, okay, we go to social media content, we look at visual content to get answers. Okay, we have YouTube videos, we have TikTok videos, we have Instagram photos and Instagram reels and so on. AI overviews, the nasi lemak example that I shared earlier. Okay, people go to Google search without clicking into the website, they can actually get the answers also. LLM answers. Okay, LLM refers to large language model, ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. They are built with LLM, large language model. Okay, so whenever I say large language model, LLM, it refers to ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. Okay, these days, users also turn to LLM to get their answers. So what does this mean for business, okay, or for marketers? If large language model, social media, AI answers are actually provide those information to users. Users actually do not need to click onto our website. Okay, if you look at online marketing, GM marketing, since the World Wide Web has started, right? It's all about, oh, we need to build a website, we need to host our content, we need to put our product, we need to put our services onto the website so that people can read our contents online, get to know us online. But these days, users are reducing the clicks to our website. So there's this term in our industry called the crocodile effect. Basically, why is it called crocodile effect? Because it represents the jaw of the crocodile. Okay, impression basically means how many times your website has appeared online through search engine and so on. How many times your website surface. Okay, clicks is basically clicks on your website. Ever since AI overview has been introduced. Okay, AI overviews by Google has been introduced. This is an example of statistics pulled by the researcher. The impressions of the website actually has gone up, meaning to say your website does show up more often on search engine, but the clicks that's happening to your website has fallen. So if you think about it, your website show up more on search engine result page, but the clicks has fallen. AI overviews are actually answering people's question, reducing the need to click into a website to find out more. Okay, so the impact to us as business owners, as marketers is people are clicking less to our website. People are reading less of our content. Consumer journey are being shortened. without going into our website, without going into our contents, they can make a decision over here to refine and go into deeper into their consumer journey. Example, I'm thinking of which nasi lemak to have for lunch maybe tomorrow. So I search best place to have nasi lemak. Instead of clicking into the different website to find out more, from here I look at the Google AI overview. I shortlist three from here. Then I specialize, so rather I focus my search on these three entity. Okay, so this is what I meant by consumer journey has changed, have shifted. Okay, second, second trend that we are seeing right now. Okay, besides AI overview, LLM answers, second trend, social discovery. Okay, if you look at social media content today, a lot of which are content creators, social commerce, very interactive by nature. Okay, you can comment, you can interact. Shoppertainment is a good example. Okay, whereby they will live stream, they will sell, they will interact. You can ask any questions. They entertain you with the way of delivery of their content. All this is enabled by 5G connectivity, better connectivity, and mobile devices connectivity. Okay. If you look at specifically the Gen Z segment, you realize that they rely a lot on Instagram, Facebook, social media platform to discover a product, to find out something, okay, to find out about product or services. Like the earlier example I mentioned, if you ask the younger colleagues where they want to go for lunch, they will probably turn to social media, find out the answers, and then share with you. Okay. So the two trends, okay, social discovery, social users are using social media to find their answers. The second trend, users are using AI's overview, AI answer to fulfill their questions also, the need for answers. As a result, people are clicking lesser to our website. Okay. So moving into the second part, engine optimization, SEO, AEO, and GEO. Okay. Before I move on, any questions on the first part on trends? Okay, moving on second part. As a business, what it means then with the changes, it means that, okay, maybe I should not give out the answer yet. Let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, so YF has mentioned the different trends. Do you still think that SEO is still relevant? Okay, do you think that SEO is still relevant with all those consumer trends changes? Okay, two of you said why. Maybe anyone can elaborate more. Okay, one of you also said no, no, not relevant anymore. Okay, for those of you who say still relevant, why? Why do you think it's still relevant? Okay, one of you mentioned because organic search is still have contribute to the most number of percentage of search traffic. Okay, the other one of you mentioned many links on the first page of the search engine result page. Okay, so the answer to this is yes, it's still very relevant. Okay, SEO is the foundation. Okay, SEO is the foundation to AEO and GEO. So, okay, so SEO, okay, SEO is all about search engine optimization. SEO, the goal for SEO as a business, right, is all about having our website show up when people search for best place to have nasi lemak in Singapore. Okay, this is a content article. Let me find a brand. Search might change. Okay, these are all content articles. I'm trying to find the brand that comes up first. Okay, let me try another search term. Okay, can. So I'll use the durian as an example. Best durian store in example. Best online durian store as example. Okay, so I search the goal as a business. Okay, the goal as a business is to get our website. Okay, example, if I'm fresh durian, is to get my website ranked over here at the top of search engine result page. When people search for best durian store, I want my store, physical store to appear up here. I want my website to appear up here at the topmost if possible, if not on page one or page two of the search engine result page. Okay, so the goal of SEO is to really have our website show up when people search for our product or service. So that's SEO. Okay, to get ourselves, our website ranked high when people search for our product or service so that we are visible. If you look at how do we do SEO, how do we achieve that to rank high, is really to have keywords. Because if people are searching for best durian store in Singapore, you want to have those keywords. Okay, best durian stores. Okay, in your contents, in your headlines, in your descriptions, in your website content. Okay, you want to have those keywords. Second, backlinks. Backlink is other website, other webmaster talking about your website. How search engine determine you are a good product or a good service, they look at the backlinks. How many other webmasters is talking about you? If there are other websites that's talking about you, mentioning about you, hyperlink to you, you must be a trustworthy brand product. That's why that many other people are talking about you online. So search engine use it as a vote of confidence when they see so many citation online about you. So that is called backlinks. Okay. Then we have the technical SEO stuff. The more technical stuff like how fast your website load, where is your website hosted at, how do you structure your website navigation, and so on. Okay, so that is how you achieve SEO. Or how you rank higher. Okay, traditionally we do a lot of SEO because we want to outrank our competitors. We want to be the top when on search engine like Google, Yahoo. Okay, we have very informative contents. We have very quality, good content. Okay, the other question I always get over here from learners is, can we use AI generated content for SEO? The short answer is yes, you can. Okay, in recent years, if you look at Google policy for the committee for SEO specialists, Google in the past they do not like AI generated content. Okay, it is explicitly say in the developers blog itself. Okay, they do not like AI generated contents in the past. In I think 1.5 years ago, they changed it to say in layman terms, it doesn't matter if yours is a AI generated content or human written content, as long as it's original content, it's good content, okay, it's work favorably for you for SEO. So the short answer to that is you can use AI content for SEO, no issue, as long as it's original, it's informative. Okay, so when you get AI output right, LLM output for article right, okay, just refine it for a little so that it's more original, it follows your tone of voice and your style, publish it. Okay, it saves you time. Okay, just refine. Now, moving on from SEO. So we touched on SEO. Now we move on to AEO. Okay, AEO is about getting our brand appearing at the top of search engine result page as AI overview. Okay, so back to the example of best nasi lemak. Okay, for those of you who have not had dinner, hopefully I can inspire you with our national dishes and national food through the session. Okay, so you can see over here AI overview. Okay, so what is AEO? AEO is answer engine optimization. What we are trying to do as a business is to get our brand, to get our product feature over here in AI overviews. Okay, SEO is all about getting our website here. AEO, okay, answer engine optimization is all about getting our brands appearing and being featured in AI overviews. Okay. So if you want to appear here, okay, maybe you search for your product or you search for your service, then you realize, oh, I'm appearing on page one of the search engine result page. Great, you've done good SEO. But is your answers appearing on AI overview? Okay. If not, then this is critical for you. How do we optimize to have our brands appearing on the answers engine? How do we have our brand appearing there? So this is what we need to do, structure answers. Okay, structure answers. Because the role of AI overview is to answer questions. Okay, answers questions. Best nasi lemak store in Singapore. The. Okay, so you need to structure your content in a way that it answers questions. You already have very good content on the website, SEO driven, very informative, but it's about repurposing your content, editing your content now that your example, your header to your subheader right now is a question, then you have the content, which is your current content to answer the header to the questions. Okay, so it's about restructuring your content, some of the header to be a question, and then you have very concise or very informative answers. Okay, that works for both SEO and EO. Including a FAQ, that's very important to really have a list of whole FAQ that you want to feature your content, want to feature your product, and to get it picked up by the answers engines. Okay, what we are trying to optimize for over here is to optimize for featured snippet AI overviews for voice search answers. Okay, the content style is very different from SEO. SEO is about very informative, very robust content. Over here, you want to have very structured questions, answers, answers. Okay. So really it's about using your SEO content but adapting it for AO relevancy also. Last but not least, we have GEO. Okay, GEO. Okay. GEO is Generative Engine Optimization. Okay. GEO is about having your answers cited. Okay. Having your answers cited as the source of LLM. Okay. If you look at ChatGPT, Gemini, what they do is they answer your question, but they are retrieving the answers from different sources. Okay. GEO is about getting your content, getting your content as the source of LLM answers. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. Okay, I go to ChatGPT, I ask the question of best nasi lemak stores in Singapore. Okay, so you can see ChatGPT, it's now finding answers. Okay, then it's come back to me. So what if you look at it, right? They cite the sources where they use the answers from. Okay, you want to be these answers. Why? You want to be the source of the answers. Why? Because when they pick up the answers from you, they are using your narrative, they are using your content. Okay, so to appear in LLM answers, ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on, you want to do GEO to be able to influence AI to use some parts of your answers, if not all. Okay, so how do we do that is through natural language. Okay, natural language basically means as though you are talking to someone. Okay, as though you are talking to someone, a conversation. Okay, conversation content on your website. Okay, what you're trying to optimize for is AI answers, AI overviews, AI LLM, large language model. Okay, content style, very conversational, very factual, fact rich. Okay, who are you? Who wrote the article? What's your credentials? What's your expertise? Do you have awards won? Okay, why you are the technical experts? So LLM look for this kind of signals. They want to use trustworthy content to give out reliable answers. So it's about structuring your content to showcase you are credible, you're trustworthy, you know your knowledge well, okay, and then they will pick up your content. If you look at all of these three, right, SEO, EO, GEO, okay, they are really built on the foundation of SEO. SEO, they look at, they look at things like backlinks. Okay, they look at things like trustworthiness. So back to the earlier question, is SEO still relevant today? Yes, because the same foundation that build SEO, that creates your website's ranking, is also the same foundation that the AI, Geo, the AEO use. Are you trustworthy? Can your answers, can your content be trusted to be cited, to be used as answers? So SEO is still predominantly the foundation. And to be frank, like one of you mentioned, search engine is still the main percentage of all searches for answers today. G AI overviews and also LLMs are growing, the usage are growing, but still search engine still have a very large percentage of answers, okay, through search engines. Okay. I think going back to the fundamentals, right? Okay, all these are new knowledge. Okay, why say must do Geo AEO? Because it's all about appearing there, okay, appearing on LLM, appearing on AI overviews. Back to fundamental, back to business fundamental. Why? Why as a marketer, why as a business, why do I need to do all of this? Because it's all about maintaining visibility. Okay, it's all about maintaining visibility. If today's the users are not using search engine to get answers, they are using LLM, they are using AI overviews to get answers. We want our brands to be featured there. If they are not clicking to our website, okay, but they are reading social media, they are watching social media content, we want our brands to appear there. We want our contents to appear there. Okay, this is really not nothing new. It's a very old fundamental. If you look at since the start of the advertising, right? In the past, when we do marketing, we do it on newspaper, we do it on radio, we do it on TV commercial, because that is the platform, that's the touch point of traditional consumers. These days, we have LLM. These are the new touch point whereby consumers spend their time on social media. This is the platform whereby consumers spend their time on. So it's as a business, it's really about maintaining our brand visibility on touch point of relevancy for today's consumer. Okay, so I hope that explained why do we need to do AEO, GEO besides SEO, maintaining visibility on today's touch point. Okay, so I spoke a lot about all the theory. So let's get practical. Okay, let's get a bit more practical. As a business, as a marketer, what should I do then? Now that I know AEO, GEO, very important. Okay, so with all LLMs, okay, with all LLMs ability today, let's use LLM to help us in terms of AEO, GEO, SEO. Okay, so start by measuring how you fare in terms of AEO and GEO. You've probably done SEO audit on your website before, but if you have not done, it's fine. Let's do an audit on our website. Okay, let's do an audit on our brand. How we fare on AEO, how we fare on GEO, how we fare on SEO. Okay, by knowing where we fare, we will know which are the area we need to pick up more on. Okay. Separately, you also need to pick up knowledge. Okay, more knowledge. Kudos to everyone who attend this webinar. You choose to spend your Wednesday evening, okay, learning new knowledge rather than doing something else. So kudos to you. Well done. Okay, besides attending this webinar, go for course. Go for courses that, example, City provide a full 2-day courses whereby we teach on AEO, GEO, and SEO. Go for other courses that really help you to upskill, to be more relevant in today's skill sets that's required. Okay, in a report published by the different research think tank, right, about 40% of the skills we have today in 5 years' time will no longer be relevant. Okay, so if you think about it, 2 out of 5 tasks that we do today is no longer relevant in the future. The skill sets will no longer be relevant. So really continuously to upgrade, continuously to upskill, and also read on such materials. Okay, so the practical side of things are what I have to share with you guys is use LLM. Okay, use LLM. How you use it? Okay, so this is an example. I wrote a prompt. I asked LLM to scan the website. Okay, to scan the website how fare for SEO, AU, and GEO currently. Okay, so I chose Singapore Airlines as a brand. Okay, so it scores for me right now. Okay, Singapore Airlines, they score really well on SEO. Not surprised. AO and GEO also not too bad. Okay, 70, 85, given that these fields only emerged in recent years. It also details what are the strengths right now for Singapore Airlines and what are the areas of weakness and how to start optimizing the AO, GEO, or SEO aspect. Okay, so again, this will be shared with you through our email. We will send you the link to access this deck. Well, I'll just go through quickly how I designed this prompt. Okay, so for prompt engineering, always give the LLM, ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek the role. So I tell the LLM play the role of a SEO, AEO, GEO consultant with expertise in Southeast Asia's market. Okay, or you can change it to with expertise in Singapore market. Okay, my primary audience, your primary audience is who? Maybe you're a business owner or maybe you're the marketing executive. Okay, so this is you. Okay, your primary audience to read the report is who? Okay, task. What is the task? To conduct the audit on SEO, AEO, GEO for your website. Okay, so over here, okay, over here you put in your. Okay, let me edit this content. I think I have might have accidentally removed. Oh, it's over here. Sorry, didn't highlight. Okay, over here, you will just replace your domain. Okay, so when you copy the whole prompt, just replace this domain.com with your website domain. Okay, example, singaporeair.com, okay, or brand.com, your own website, you replace it. Okay, you can also do it with your competitor website. You check their SEO score, check their AEO score, check their GEO score. Okay, so you copy whole of this, you replace the domain.com. I'll highlight this in the final deck that we are sharing out, so it's easier for you to pick it up. Copy this, put into the LLM. Okay, live demo. Okay, then Singapore Air. Okay, enter. So what you will do, what the IM will do is you will then pull out the scoring. They will assess your website and then they will tell you what are the areas that you need to work on and what are the actions. Okay, so that is the first tip. Okay, start to understand where you fare. Then also do a scan on your competitor, how they fare. Okay, and also work on the some of the actions. Okay, in the event that you attend my session, you did not have time to retrieve this deck perfectly normal. Okay, just remember how do you craft this prompt without a wire slice or without a massive slide. Go to LLM. Okay, go to LLM and tell them I want to do a SEO, GEO, okay, AEO audit for my website. How should I prompt you? How should I prompt? Okay, tell large language model your output and ask how should I prompt. So they will build a prompt for you. Okay, then you just answer them accordingly or just refine the prompt accordingly. Okay, so in the event that you l- cannot access this, is fine. Just go to LLM of your choice. Tell them the output you want. Okay, tell them, tell LLM to give you the prompt. You copy the prompt, then you edit. Okay, next. Social discoverability. Okay, social discoverability. So YS has mentioned just now, a lot of younger audience are going to social media to discover visual contents, video, images, as a part of their research, as a part of information finding. Okay, so how do you use LLM to help us? L- like what most of you are already practicing, use LLM to create content, to come up with content ideas. Okay, use LLM to help you refine. Okay, LLM can help you come up with a content calendar. Okay, 30 days, 60 days, 1 month or 6 months worth of content, ideas and theme. But you always need to step in to refine. okay, to refine the relevancy, to refine what are the maybe key products you want to push out, what is the narrative you want to push out. Okay, some of us our English isn't the best like mine. What we can do is use LLM. Okay, you edit already, use LLM to help you polish up the English and grammar. Okay. Last but not least, go one step further. Use AI agents, okay, automation to help you automatically post, automatically create those video or images to post on your social media platform. Okay. So this is an example. Okay. I use City. I say, uh, I want to promote the SEO courses. I want to make my SEO course more discoverable on social media platforms. Okay, give me a social content calendar. So this is the full prompt. Okay, act as a senior social media content creator. Okay, across Southeast Asia or across global media landscape. Okay, create for me a detailed 6 month worth of social media content plan. Okay, LLM need to know what's your business, your industry. Okay, what's your market. If not, the output will go out of context. Okay, so copy this prompt. Okay, replace whatever I have highlighted in yellow. Okay, so during your practice, let's copy this prompt. Okay, replace the industry, okay, the target market of your audience, type in your product, SEO causes, enter. Okay, from here, they will give you 6 months worth of contents, okay, content ideas. Okay, I won't wait for it to generate. It will give you 6 months worth of content ideas like this. Okay, then from here you can refine further. Okay, after you refine, you upload the same Excel that you have refined back to the LLM and tell them, okay, write for me the full content or write for me the app captions. Okay, give me the prompts for video designs and so on. So it become a full-fledged content calendar. Then you can use another tool itself to schedule the post to go out or the content to be created. Okay, so these are the shortcuts that I would like to share with you. So when doing AU and GEO in 2026, okay, start by doing an audit with your website. Use the LLM to help you audit your website, your brand, your competitors. Okay, when it comes to content, you need to create content to be picked up by answers engine, to be picked up on social media platforms. Okay, use LLM to help you come up with those content teams, content ideas, refine. Okay, refine for grammar, refine to get content polish or create those visual content, and then build an agent to schedule it to post. Okay, so I have spoke a lot for the past 40 plus minutes. So we came into the webinar about 40 minutes ago, trying to understand what is SEO, AO, GEO. In a nutshell, SEO today is still very relevant. They are the foundation towards AEO and GEO. So AEO, GEO are looking for trustworthy content to be used for answers, to be used for reliable answers. As a business, you want to be visible, okay, beyond search engine result page, beyond the search engine. You want to show up on AI overviews, you want to show up on ChatGPT, on Gemini, when audiences search for products, search for answers, because those are the touch points of relevancy today. Okay, be visible across today's consumer journey. Start to work on your AU and GEO. SEO still is the main gist of today's audience, today's traffic. Okay, most of the traffics are coming from search engine. But we talk about the crocodile effect. Okay, your website appears more, but users are not clicking the website nowadays. Okay, they are reading the answers and making a decision before clicking to your website. Okay, so you need to work on your AO and GO to have your brand surface on those touch point. Next, use LLM for a head start, like what I mentioned just now. Copy the prompt, replace the yellow parts. If you do not have access to the prompt, go to LLM, just tell them, I want to do a EOGO audit. How should I prompt you? Okay, then they will give you the prompt that you refine. Okay, so let's reinforce our learning. Share with me one takeaway from today's session. Okay, and what is one action you want to start practicing for tomorrow? Okay, so share in the chat the biggest takeaway you have from this session and what's action. one action that you want to start practicing for tomorrow? Okay, one of you mentioned understanding the relationship of SEO, AEO, GEO. Okay, yep. So SEO is really the foundation towards AEO and GEO. Okay, they are interlinked, although the touch points are different, but they are interlinked. The way that you optimize may be quite different. If you look at SEO, it's just about informative robustness of content, but AEO, GEO is about concise content, reliable content that answers directly to the consumer questions. Okay, one of you learn about the prompt. The takeaway is really the prompt to do AEO and GEO audit. Yeah, prompt to do an audit. So nowadays you also see like tools and platform and selling you the service of uh do AEO geo audit with us. Okay, this tool itself costs you XXX dollar per month. Those are good too. Don't get me wrong, those are good too. But as a startup, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you are limited on resources. Okay, use LLM to help you to get a head start. Then eventually you want to do more, you want a more detailed report, you can use those tools out there that charge you to do a more deeper, more refined research or audit. Okay. Again, this is really a brim of what we share in our 2 days SEO courses. If you love to learn more about SEO, AEO, and GEO, come to our hands-on class and we will share with you more tactics, more prompts for you to get a head start. Okay. Again, on the fact of skill future credits, on the fact on UTEP, on the fact of WSQ courses, why I love them so much is because as a SME business owner myself, whenever I see all these hosts, WSQ, skill future credits, UTEP, basically means I can send my stuff, I can tap on grants, okay, depending on the age group also. Okay, tap on them, okay, send yourself to go acquire these skill sets. Okay, okay. In the event, if you love to find out more about the SEO course that we provide or any other courses my city have, okay, scan this QR code, interact with our chatbot, share your situation, share your contacts, share your learning needs. Our chatbot or front of house can advise you according to your personalized needs. Okay, so opening the floor to questions right now. Questions? Okay, any question you might have, just put into the chat. Okay, one of you asked, is the course conducted online or in classroom? We have both. We have uh, online only courses. We have in-person uh, lessons also. So we have both. So if you prefer to have online one, you can join the online run of courses. If you prefer the in-person session, we have the in-person session. Okay, so see which one works better for you. You can check in with the school. So scan this QR code, understand the dates, and understand whether it fulfills your learning needs. Okay. Okay. Let me do a quick recap. I think one of you mentioned you joined the session late. So let me just quickly run through a quick recap of what we cover. Okay, so today we set up to understand SEO, AEO, GEO, and how it impact us, and how can we get started on AEO and GEO. Okay, as a business, we need to understand people, the way people search for answers have start to change because there are alternatives. You know, the Gen Z, they go into social media content, they look at, oh, the place nice, it's the roadie. Okay, I want to go to this restaurant, I want to go to this place. They look at social media content. to fulfill their content needs, to get their answers. Okay. Also, these days, we turn to LLM, we turn to Google or AI overviews to get answers without clicking the website to find out more, without clicking to a brand website to find out more. So as a business, we need to adapt. Okay, we need to adapt. How do we adapt? We do AEO, we do GEO. SEO itself still very relevant. Okay, because that is the foundation of AEO, GEO. AEO, GEO, they look for the same signals as SEO do. How many backlinks? How many other webmaster or website is talking about us? So many websites talking about us. That means that we must be quality content, quality product, quality service, quality brand. That's why other webmasters cite us. Okay. Then we touch on EO, GEO. Okay. If you look at it, the way you optimize is quite different. Okay, it's quite different. This one focus on informative long content. This one is concise FAQ direct answers. This one talk about having conversational content. Okay, natural language. Natural language means as though you are talking to someone back and forth. Okay, so as a business, we need to remember there are a lot of shiny objects. Okay, there are a lot of shiny objects. Going to my last slide. Okay, as a business, as marketers, we need to know, there's a lot of shiny objects. There's a lot of new shiny tool out there for you, pitch to you as you grow your business in the age of AI. Okay, remain focused by staying relevant, consistency in our effort. Okay, some of the brands today that grew so huge on social media, the number of followers is because they are consistent. They post weekly, daily. They do not have shortcuts for the past 10 years. That's why uh back then when I was doing a lot of social media marketing, right? Sometimes startups, entrepreneurs will ask the successful brands, how do you get so many social media followers? Their answers always is the same. Stay consistent. Do not stop posting. Your followers will grow. Stay consistent, post good content. Over the years, you will grow. So be consistent in your effort. Okay, although I show you some shortcuts, okay, a bit counterintuitive, but stay consistent in your effort. There's a lot of shiny new objects, new shiny new theory, but the fundamentals still remain the same. Okay, be consistent in your effort, be focused in what you're trying to achieve, staying relevant to consumer touch point, and to have good product quality, good service quality that will grow your business over time. Okay, any other questions? Okay, show the prompt again, definitely. Okay, so the first prompt, okay, so this first prompt is you using LLM, so ChatGPT Gemini, to help you do a website audit. Okay, so you just copy this prompt. Okay, copy this prompt, or you can actually screenshot. Okay, screenshot this prompt, dump it into LLM of your choice. Then you tell them, my website is, or my competitor website is .com. Do the audit for me. Okay, so follow this format. Then the second one, content creation, content calendar ideas. Okay, so this is the prompt. Act as the social media content director. Okay, tell LM your industry, your product, your target audience, and then they'll create the form of table Excel format for you. Any other questions? Okay. If not, we have come to the end of the session. Okay. So if you love to learn more, okay, about our courses, feel free to scan this QR code. Tell the AI chatbot or tell us from front of house what's your learning needs. So we can really give you personalized advice which course may be of most relevant and what is the cost fee and what are some of the grants we can tap on. Thanks for joining me this evening, and I hope to see you in the rest of our webinar. Thank you.